What's up? Just got me some good news.
It's good.
About a nigga about to get paid soon.
Well, that is always good.
Yeah.
By the way, Ashley, you sent me those packages today, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure at least two of them are supposed to have arrived to you today, and another one should be coming in like the next day or two, hopefully.
Okay, yeah. I just got them today and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. Two of them arrived today, but another one's running late.
Okay, give me 1 second because I left those downstairs and shit.
All
What
right.
up? Ronnie, Sam, what's good?
Hey guys.
Yes. Happy
By the
Thanksgiving.
way, I want to also mention a few things about the Soul Train Awards too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it
Was,
either.
was it good, Reg?
Oh, he went downstairs, so
Oh,
he'll probably tell us when he comes back up.
I forgot it was on.
I
I,
mean, I knew it was supposed to come on tonight, but yeah.
Reg got some goodies.
Yeah,
yeah,
I told him I was gonna send him some stuff before Christmas, so.
Sam said he missed you, Ashley. Aw.
Oh,
okay. Craig David. Okay,
Oh, that's a good album.
yeah,
I
born to
never heard
do
this
it.
album, so this is definitely some new shit.
Born to do it.
Thank you.
No problem.
And she got me the biggie. I want to see what this one is. I feel like a little kid in Christmas time or some shit. I hate when niggas in boxes. You open a box and there's another. Oh, I hate that shit.
Ronnie missed you too, Ashley. Aw. You getting all the
thanks,
love. Ronnie
guys.
missed me?
Oh shit! No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Nah. No, she didn't.
Wow.
No, you didn't. And she got it sealed too. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. It's
Wow.
like I've always see this album in stores. I just never buy it. I always know it's gonna be there, but I
Right.
never see this in vinyl.
I never seen no vinyl album.
We're reviewing this week.
Oh boy. Yes.
I was
TLC.
trying to dedicate the whole. I was trying to dedicate the whole of R&B for Tony for the live reviews, but nah, Ashley, you the goat. You the fucking goat.
Ronnie said Amazon played you, Reg.
No. But yeah, I definitely want to hear this out. I heard some very good things about Craig David too.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get his Slicker Than Your Average album. I know Try, you said that was good, right?
Yeah, that's a good album. That's a good. I gotta get that. That's definitely a good album. I heard it years ago.
Shit.
Q, what up?
By the way, I could be finishing part one of the Ice Cube episode this week. Hopefully, that can be released by Thursday.
All
right. Man, it's been a long ass day. I just want to kick back, play some video games, and do some reviews.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I still got this shit sealed up too, so I gotta unwrap it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think I got this from that CD lot.
What's that? The Mase?
The Mase album, yeah.
I gave that to you, dog.
Oh. I know I got two. I had two copies of it. That's why.
You had one. You had one without the cover. So I was like, yo, I had an extra one.
Thank you again on that, bro.
Yeah, we all about touring here on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get some capacity because he always give out the good gifts.
Right. This month, expect me to give y'all some CDs this month.
I'm gonna cry, Rick. Don't do that.
You said what?
I'm about to cry on here. You can't do.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Because I have some extra money coming my way, so.
Uncle Reg is giving us gifts.
Yeah, one of my main clients is gonna bless me early Christmas gifts, so I'm gonna treat myself to maybe a vacation or some shit.
Okay.
Fuck it. And I might get this new job too, so fuck it. I might treat me a little vacation shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck a pandemic these days. Let me stop. But I've been having some
We're still
ideas.
under a pandemic, but hey, anything's possible.
Right. So I was thinking I'm trying to do reggae and dancehall reviews next year.
Yes.
And I don't want to be like the stereotypical nigga. Like the first reggae review, I want to do Bob Marley.
Mm.
So if you guys know any other dope or reggae artists I could talk about, cause I know I'm gonna talk about Jimmy Cliff, Gregory Isaacs, all them people.
Mm.
And as for dancehall, I'm trying to get like a more dancehall album like Shaba and
Mancoba.
You said who?
Mancoba.
Oh, that's gonna be one of the first ones I talk about.
Barrington Levy.
That fucking Bounty Killer, Bean Man, all that shit.
Patra.
Yeah, I said Patra.
Oh, Patra. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of her.
Yeah.
The infamous Patra.
She's a chef now.
What?
Really?
Yeah, she's a chef.
Is she in Jamaica or North in the United
She's from
States?
Jamaica. She have her own restaurant out there.
Okay.
Yep. Elephant Man. Yep. Sam said, "Let's do Buju."
Oh, Sam, you already know. But yeah, y'all let me know some reggae albums, dancehall albums. I definitely want to get into.
Make a poll, Reg. Put that up.
Yeah, like full of all the different artists.
Oh yeah, I want to make that this next week and shit.
Because
I might also start talking about a little bit more jazz albums too.
Yes.
Being versatile with it.
Yes.
Right. Cause I love the Quincy Jones review that we did and shit. That was fire.
I still gotta watch that.
Yeah, man. And I know tomorrow I got the Showbiz and AG Goodfellas review up. Yeah, December. I'm gonna end up this year in the bang, man. We've been depressed too long this year.
Yeah. This year's just been a very trying year.
Right. I want to talk about a lot more happier albums.
Yes.
Wyclef not reggae. He worked with reggae artists.
I would say Wyclef is a reggae hip hop. I would say that.
Yeah, reggae hip hop. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I might talk about his latter albums, to be real. Well, maybe the second album. Anything after the second one, I'm not really gonna waste my time on those.
Favorite Bob Marley song?
Ooh. Waiting in vain.
Buffalo Soldier.
Okay.
There's so many. Three birds.
Yeah.
Three little birds.
Yeah, Three Little Birds.
This is
Stir It Up.
Message to you.
It's a lot.
Whew, a nigga about to pay me. Woo.
Everybody needs money now, especially nowadays.
Right. And I might get my refund next month too. Ooh. In January, excuse me. Maybe 2020 might not end up so bad and shit. Maybe. Cause we could be having some aliens coming this year or some shit.
What?
Also, I definitely want to talk about Whitney Houston's first albums if I can this month.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Cause that's an album I gave that away for my Valentine's Day gift and shit.
Oh wow. Gave it away?
I mean, I bought it I had it for like a week, and I just gave it to her for Valentine's Day.
Oh.
I mean, I see that album everywhere in stores too. So
yeah,
it's even online. So and plus, it's not expensive.
Antoine, what up?
Hey, Antoine.
Oh shit.
Sam said, "Let's do Desmond Tucker."
Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna let y'all know what I got planned for this month. I want to end off this month like very special for everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman would have been 44 today.
Yeah, I saw. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm still not over that shit, man. Damn.
Yeah, I'm still not over that either.
Hey, Sean, what up?
Yeah, because him and my cousin share the same birthday. Today's my cousin's birthday too, so.
Happy birthday to your cousin.
Thanks.
Yes, happy birthday to your cousin and to Black Panther.
Oh, and by the way, too, this so StreamYard pretty much lifted my ban today and shit like that. So
Okay.
I'm probably gonna stay on until maybe about 12:30.
Yes, and they
Right.
left mine too.
Yours too?
Yeah, because I had one also.
Okay,
Oh
cool.
wow.
Yeah, because we've been on, like, I did a lot for this whole month, and that's not like me. So
Mm.
I got to keep it going.
Yeah, man. Um, if you're free this week, did you want to talk about the Don Cartagena album?
Yes,
Okay.
and the other album I told you about.
Oh, Gil Scott Heron,
Yes,
Reflection.
yes, some
Thank
jazz.
you.
Get into
'Cause
some jazz.
I still gotta send you that unsung episode.
Yes, I need to see that. Favorite weekend album.
Ooh.
Behind the Madness. I love that one.
Mm.
But I love the new one too. After Hours is great.
Low-key, After Hours is growing on me. I'm not gonna front.
I do love it.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
Cruise, what up?
I definitely want to talk about that Gil Scott Heron album and shit like that. Because I had a reminder on my phone, but my phone was acting up and all my reminders got fucked up and shit. So I forgot to
Oh.
and y'all know me about my reminders and shit. I'll be like, y'all need
Thank
me
you,
Yeah.
Antoine. I appreciate it. Sam said he wants us to review some OC albums.
Your OC is coming this month.
Like
I already got
December.
Word Life planned for next week anyway, so
December, yeah.
because Jewels is gonna be that's gonna be a review y'all cannot miss. I'm just gonna let y'all know right now.
Right.
But I'm ready to start whenever y'all are.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What up?
Mm.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Hip Hop Review. It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homegirl Ash with me. I got my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
That's good.
Yeah. Don't mind me moving a lot. I just got home from work and I'm just trying to make sure my everything's relaxed so I don't have to do a lot of moving. But the album we're going to talk about today is Mase, Murder Mase with the Harlem World album.
Yes.
This came out in '97 on Bad Boy Records.
Mm.
Shout out to Try for hooking me up with a copy of this album. Um, yeah, man, because the other copy I had, I did not have. I still have it. I just don't have the cover for it. I'm just like, But yeah, man. Yeah, Murder Mase, man. And I've done a review on this album years ago, but y'all might. The reason why I really want to do this album again, y'all might call me crazy, but I underestimate Mase. Believe it or not, I underestimate Mase. And because when I first heard it years ago,
Mm.
I thought it was a very good album. I definitely thought it was a classic, but at the same time, when it comes to Bad Boy, I was more of a fan of. I still am more of a fan of Biggie and Craig Mack. And I just thought Mace was cool, but I didn't think he was too cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then like over the years, I started listening to his album more and stuff like that. And with his whole beef with Cameron
Right.
Mm.
years ago, I re-listened to the album and I'm just like, yeah, this shit is definitely it's some heat. Like fuck, it's some fucking heat. And
Mm.
re-listening to this album, believe it or not, I might ask you to check out the Double Up album after checking this
Oh,
album.
good.
Mm.
Yeah, I know.
Sure you want to? You sure you want to do that?
Yeah, because I thought to myself, I don't always just want to talk about the classic. Like I don't always want to talk about the classic. Sometimes certain artists I love, they need to get the smoke too.
Mm.
You can't do like 8,000 it was written reviews or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So
I've been saying that.
yeah. So with that being said,
Ray Sean wants a little rundown on who Mace is.
oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. I'm about to pull up the biography right now. Who said that? Ray Sean, you should know this channel by now, bro. You should know this channel right now. Actually, I don't just jump up to the artists and stuff, but yeah, just a little rundown who Mace is. He's an MC rapper from Harlem. He was originally he was born in Jacksonville, Florida, and stuff like that. But in 1982, his mother moved to Harlem and whatnot, and that's where he spent the majority of his childhood. he was getting in trouble like in the street life and whatnot. And so he started like going to church. He started going to church, and originally he wanted to be like a basketball player,
Right.
but he started focusing more on doing music.
He did play ball with Cameron in high school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was going to get into that and stuff. And so speaking of Cameron, him and Cameron definitely go way back, and they formed the group the Children of the Corn, which Cameron, aka Killer Cam, Mase, aka Murder Mase, and you had the late great Big L, Herb McGruff, and Bloodshed. And so, with that being said, fast forward to '96, his sister introduced Mase to Cutter Love. Really? Anyway, who was like the Biggie's road manager, and of course, that connection led to the meeting with the infamous Sean Puff Daddy Combs. And so, Silence a Bad Boy, we all know Puffy wanted to have that ghetto fabulous dream and whatnot, because early Mace, I mean, there's been like a few demos of some Children of the Corn songs and stuff like that, but they never really been released to like the best of quality.
Right.
So, of course, Puffy wanted to rearrange his Mace's sound, and so that's how the first appearance on Wax was. I want to say the Only You, 112's Only You song. His really breakthrough came in '97 when Puffy had the classic No Way Out album, which led to the Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, him being on Been Around the World, and also his how can I forget his appearance on Biggie's More Money, More Problems.
Right.
So after all of that, everybody was looking at Mace and stuff like that. And so fast forward to 1997, well, still in the same year, 1997, Harlem World comes out. Um, Singles album is known for are Feel So Good. Everyone knows that track. What You Want, again, another track everyone knows. 24 Hours to Live and Looking at Me. Producers, you have Puffy, executive, and I do lose that term loosely. Um, the Hitman, Von Amen Ra, Lawrence, Stevie J, Jermaine Dupri, Neptunes, which Neptunes like 97, 98, they were really getting themselves out there. This was before like their breakthrough into like the 2000s and stuff. And Dame Grease and Most Suave. I forgot A-Ball MJG's main producer was on this album. Kelly Price was on this album. And you got the legendary DMX, Puff Daddy, Lil Kim, Pharrell Williams, Billy Lawrence, A-Ball MJG, Busta Rhymes, Total, Lil Cease, Jay-Z, 112, Locks, Black Rob, Monifa. Yeah, man. All right, so this is a pretty long album. This album has about 20 tracks. Track number 1, we got Puff's intro. He just makes it so easy for me to joke on him. So Puffy's like doing some orgasm in the fucking intro. Talk about what you want, tell them what you want, and some shit. I'm not even gonna waste my time on this. I sometimes get tired of the Puffy jokes on this channel sometimes. Just makes it so easy sometimes. I'm sorry.
I actually like the intro. The intro was real jazzy. It's Harlem. It speaks Harlem. And then he's shouting out like different, Harlem blocks like 145 and 115 and Polo Grounds 112 and 135th, and just basically introducing Mace to the world and letting the people know where this man is from. He is a Harlem. He grew up in Harlem, and after he moved from Florida, I like the way that the intro started. I mean, the Puffy thing is Puffy. Like we know Puffy gonna do that on every album, but I do like the fact that he did it the right way. Like it sounds like a Harlem type of intro for anybody that grew up in Harlem, and when you had the Cotton Club back there, back in the day, and Harlem. That is Harlem, like the jazz and the hip hop. That's all Harlem. So I'm glad that he incorporated that in the intro.
Yeah, I'll admit I had a lot of mixed feelings about Puff's intro here, but after going back and forth all day with it, I'll admit it's not terrible. It does give you a sense of for anybody who's listening to this album, they'll get a sense of where Mase grew up, pretty much.
Yep.
That's what I got out of it.
Yeah, I definitely see what y'all are saying about that. Which leads us into the next track. Do you want to get money? Now, pretty much, I really don't care about this track, but I do want to say that this was the track that kind of started the beef between him and Jay Z. Well, I don't even call it a beef. It was just them fighting over a girl, and they questioning how rich they are and stuff like that. And so, if you check out the second verse, Mace pretty much said, "Yo, the reality of it all, everybody can't ball. Everybody can't ball. You had currency, you wouldn't be worrying about me. You see, I could go the whole summer gold Hummer, but I'd rather go Lex Bubble cause less trouble." And that was actually a subliminal shot at Jay Z and stuff like that because at that time, Jay Z he had like the Hummers with like the TV screens and stuff like that in his car and shit like that. And Jay Z, he of course went after Mace on the track Imaginary Players and stuff like that. When he said the line, "Damn, Playboy, what the fuck the Hummer at?" But like I said,
He took a shot at him on Volume 2.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of that song though. He took a shot at him on Volume 2 also.
Yeah, Imaginary Players. Wait.
No, that was Volume 1. The other the song on Volume 2, I forgot the name of the song. There's a song supposedly I heard this back in the day that he took a shot at Mace on Volume 2.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the song too.
I think it's the song before If I Die Tonight, I want to say.
Yeah, I know it was like one of the first tracks though. So.
Right.
Yeah, but to be real with you, I really don't care about this track other than the fact that he was throwing shots at Jay Z. So
I love the song. I think it's banging. I love the beat, the bass line, Kelly Price in the chorus. And like around this time, I don't think Kelly Price was known just yet. I don't think she had like the big Friend of Mine hit out and all that, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, out in '98.
98, right? And Mace said, 4 years ago I couldn't do a show. I couldn't go to a show. I was on the corner selling dope for dope. Now no longer hope I blow smoke my dro on the yacht nigga fuck a bone back. I like it. I think it's a dope song. It is. It does have that commercial, jiggy feel to it. I think it was a dope song to start off after the intro. And it's crazy how he's taking shots at Jay and Jay's on his album.
Exactly.
And then Jay-Z goes back and disses him on Volume 1 and Volume 2. I don't understand
that.
Over a girl.
Yeah. Who was this chick? Was she famous or just some like regular schmegler chick?
From where I looked up, her name was like Orion or some shit like that.
The chick that he mentioned in one of the interludes.
I don't know.
There's an interlude on here like when he the interlude before Cheat on You when we'll get to that, but when he's talking about like he's on the phone with two chicks and one of the girls on the phone, that was her name.
Oh shit. Oh, that could be it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it was a dope song, Cruz. I like it.
Puff Daddy.
Yeah, I'll admit. Do you want to get money? I'll admit it was not a bad song. I'll admit that. I liked everything about it. I liked the beat, the bass line, the chorus. Yeah, for them having Kelly Price on the track, yeah, that was definitely a bonus right there. Because honestly, at first when I was hearing it, I thought it was Faith Evans, but when I was listening to it again and today, I was like, oh wow, it's Kelly Price. Okay.
Yeah, Faith is about like the only one that's not on this album.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, the first lady of Bad Boy ain't even on this album.
Mm-hmm.
Well, around that time, she was kind of having problems with Puffy around that time too. So
Right. Yeah,
Which,
that makes sense.
and she was
Okay.
mourning too, Biggie. So she kind of took a break from
oh,
music.
boo hoo. She was
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
big and ended up getting with somebody else after.
Wow, y'all.
I'm, I'm
Love
not
her.
throwing shade. I'm just saying, like, I don't
Mm,
believe Faith. That's a whole different story. I just feel like Faith and Big, it wasn't a good match.
mm.
And I don't think she grieved enough. I think she just like went about her business and had a new life.
Shit. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Um, Track number 3, "Take What's Yours" featuring DMX. Love this. This is actually, believe it or not, one of my all-time favorite Mace songs. Imagine saying that out loud. And and this is one thing I loved about the hip hop back in the day. 'Cause I know Rough Riders and Bad Boy, they had their history, but when they used to come together to make good music, they used to come out right. Like, and this was before It's Dark and Hell Is Hot
Yeah.
too. So that's one thing I definitely love. Um, Yeah, man. What I got from this track, "Take What's Yours," is just basically like just taking what's yours and shit like that. Just make motherfucker respect you and shit like that. I love the chorus from DMX, like niggas wanna shout, I'ma make noise. Niggas run their mouth, I'ma break jaws. Mace is coming out, we're going like that's that class. I love what X always does in choruses like that. Like fucking classic song.
I definitely love DMX on the chorus. I think he should have a verse on this though.
I agree.
I think that beat fit him. Like it's a hard beat. It definitely could fit him. And you had Mace on Niggas Done Started Something. The last track on Is Dark and Hell Is Hot. Love
Exactly.
that posse cut.
Mm.
And I'm glad that DMX returned the favor on Harlem World and I would have liked to hear like a verse from him, but on the chorus he definitely fit the track and I like the beat and Mace saying with hooks galore, leave the city shook for sure. Now I'm gonna take him back where Biggie took him before. I'm giving a shout out to Big because at this point, he had already passed away, unfortunately. And I would have liked to hear Big on this album too. I think Big would have killed it. And yeah, definitely a great collab with Mason.
Yeah, I'll admit, even though "Take What's Yours" isn't a favorite of mine off this album, I'll admit it was a very, very dope track. I really didn't know like some of the little bit of the history between Mason, DMX, and Rough Riders and Bad Boy in that aspect. But I'll admit it came. This collab was dope. I'll admit that.
Respect. Now we're gonna get into like the traditional Mad Rapper interlude.
Mm,
Okay. So if you guys remember a lot of Bad Boy albums, you guys should know the name of the Mad Rapper.
hmm
I like the Mad Rapper on occasion, but sometimes it can get kind of tiresome.
Yeah.
Like this nigga always hating and shit like that. Sometimes he be funny. There's some tracks he be funny, but I remember he did put out an album. I want to say back in like the late '90s. Yeah, the Mad Rapper put out an album and shit.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
and yeah, man. If you guys want to listen to that, man, I definitely recommend it. So that's the reason what I think about the interlude.
I think Mad Rapper he was basically like he brought the interviewer back from Life After Death,
Yeah,
that interviewer guy, and we have him talking to Mad Rapper, and he's talking about how Mad Rapper he's not so mad anymore, and he's kind of calmed down. But then when you hear him, he's like still angry about a lot of things, and he's talking about when will people give me my respect? Y'all give Millie Vanilli and New Kids on the Block and
Mm.
RuPaul, they doing their thing. I do my thing too, and I don't get no respect. And it
Mm.
was funny. It was funny. Yeah, I definitely I remember hearing D Dot talk about how that whole thing came up. He was on the Breakfast Club and he was talking about how that whole character came up and then ended up doing an album like I think it was like 99, 2000 that came out.
yeah.
Mm.
And like everybody known for that character now, so it's like you can't escape it. But I think you have to use that character at the right time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mhm.
So, I think that was more Puffy's decision to put Mad Rapper on this album. You know what I mean? I didn't have a problem with it. I think it should have went further. Like it could have been a big thing. Like I don't think he really took advantage of using the character only for like the albums. But he could have had like his own web series or something. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Because mind you, this was before like social media and shit too.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that the Mad Rapper album is not on Bad Boy, but at the same time I'm not.
Well, I mean, well, you'll see that this is like Puffy. I don't think he believed in his producers rhyming like that. Like Kanye is different because Kanye showed that he can spit as well as produce. I think it was Kanye be different, but even with Kanye, he had struggled proving himself as an artist with Dame and with Jay. But I never saw D Dot as a rapper. Like he was better behind the boards.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll admit the Mad Rapper Interlude. Yeah, I'll admit it was pretty funny because he was like calling out all the people
Right.
from Millie Vanilli, the new kids on the block, and I'm like, wow, really?
For real, man. Millie Vanilli, new kid on the block. This is
Yeah,
97.
like where did that come from?
DJ Tim is quoting your favorite song, Reg.
Jealous. There's a jealous guy. I don't know why, but that song always puts me in like in a peaceful, calm mood. I don't know why. Anyway, so now we're gonna get to Will They Die for You? You said what? Yeah, this features on Puffy and Lil Kim.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This one was okay. I mostly just like Lil Kim's verse to keep it a buck with you. Um, you know, Bad Boy, they always ask motherfuckers if they would die for you, die for me, or some shit like that. I don't know why. That's
Mm.
kind of like weird now. And he be like whispering that shit like it's a fucking cult or some bullshit. But yeah, I mostly just like Lil Kim's verse and shit like that. This is an okay song.
Didn't Biggie have a song like that on Born Again? Would You Die for Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, with Puffy and Kim. So this is like
yeah.
what part one?
I don't know. That's another thing too. Like it's just getting kind of tiresome at this point. Like now I'm beginning to think if Puffy really did have something to do with Biggie's death. But you know what? That's another story for a different day. I gotta start that shit.
Yeah. Yes, I like this song. The beat is basically the same beat that DMX used for Get At Me Dog. They just sped it up,
Right.
you know. And yeah, the beat was dope. And um, I like Mace's part. Where he said this year Cancun. Guess who I'm going with? My own nigga. See, I pay my own trips, make my own chips. I cop my own six. I knock my own shit like I'm on my own dick. Fire. Love that. I love the chorus. How many niggas will die for you? All that shit. Fire. Little Kim killed it. You know how I feel about Puffy anyway, rapping, and he starts it off Puffy, but Kim did her thing, Mace did his thing. Definitely a bang.
Will They Die for You? Definitely, definitely a dope song. I'll admit I was impressed. No surprise to what Lil Kim can bring to the table as well as Mace. Of course, we all know how we feel about Puppy sometimes when he be rhyming on tracks and stuff. Yeah, but other than that, it's definitely a song that's growing on me off this album.
Yeah, man. Definitely see what y'all are saying. Um, track number 6, "Looking at Me," featuring Puff Daddy and a very unknown Pharrell Williams. Um, this one's a pretty good track. I mean, it's a nice little party track and shit like that. Again, that typical bad boyish kind of song. You know, motherfuckers hating and shit like that.
I like it. Definitely a nice beat. You know, you got that vintage Neptune sound, the keys and the guitar chords and the bass line. And Mace saying, can't my car look better than yours? Can I have a bad bitch without no flaws? Come to see me without no drawers. And the stretch legs with about 10 doors. Fire, and I love that chorus. Why are you standing there looking at me? I love that joint. Why are you over there looking at me? Fire, fire joint. And Neptunes wasn't even big at that point. This is before they came out with the What joint with Noriega
Right.
and the Khalees joints, and the only thing I knew from them at that point was Rump Shaker, and I knew the the shit they did on the Black Sheep second album on another level. But other than that, they wasn't even like big at that point. But they definitely killed this track.
I forgot they did Gum Shaker too.
Yep. Well, Pharrell wrote Teddy's verse, like he did the chorus and all that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did not know.
Yeah, Teddy was on the Breakfast Club last year, and he talked about how he met for the Neptunes, and Pharrell wrote his bars, and he wrote the chorus. That zoom zoom zoom, that was all Pharrell.
And that is the Pharrell's kind of line and shit like that.
You think so? I
Yeah.
can't picture Pharrell saying that though.
I can definitely picture Pharrell doing Teddy Riley's verse if you think about it. But
Maybe from '92. I mean, it don't sound like
I
Pharrell.
don't know about that now.
Yeah, I mean, because like when they came out, they were on like some spacey shit. So it was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like Pharrell in '92 maybe.
Speaking of the vintage Neptune, I did like what they did for SWB's Use Your Heart track.
Right.
Oh my
Yeah, and it don't even sound like their type of sound.
no.
It really didn't.
Yeah.
No one talks about that SWB album, The New Beginning.
I have that. I have that
That's
album.
the best album in my opinion. Like
I have that one. Ooh. I have that album, and I have Release Some Tension.
That one I didn't like it because it was too many collabs on it.
Yeah, Release Some Tension was not that good to me either.
And it I don't know, like when I heard it, the energy wasn't there for them. Like it was like this, like it just sounded like they were bored doing that album.
Well, you do know, like, I was watching the Unsung, and they were kind of going through some label issues around that time, and they wanted to focus more on Coco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had her first solo album. I had that one.
Mm.
But even it was like I heard it, and it was like the joint they did with Puffy and the joints with Foxy and them. I'm like, I didn't like the album. I'm like, why are they doing all these collaborations with rappers? That's not done.
Yeah, we want to talk about that album one day.
Mm.
Because I have a lot of shit to say about that album too.
Yeah, looking at me, even though I gave this song a chance, I really wasn't really feeling it. I don't know. I just felt like this song was like, to me, it didn't really suit this album. That's just my opinion. I just didn't care too much for it.
I agree.
Yeah.
So am I the only one right now that loves this album and y'all don't?
I love the album, but to me, the album doesn't really get good till the second half. Well,
right.
It's good in the first half, but then a lot of my favorites are in the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you don't like this, then you definitely ain't gonna like Double Up. I'm just saying.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've heard Double Up years ago too, but I just don't remember it.
It's forgettable.
Also, his verse on "Looking at Me" came from a DJ Clue mixtape. It was part of a freestyle he did too.
Oh yeah, is that the freestyle he did with Nori and I think Cam was on that?
Yeah.
Yo, that was a classic freestyle. Classic. They were killing. They were like, I remember Clue was like dropping different beats and they were killing it, especially Nori.
Yeah, man. I need to get my hands on the Professional 1 and 2.
Yes,
that's the
best one. Part 3, I didn't care about Part 3, but those two are the best ones.
Yeah, Part 3 was cool, but it was not. It wasn't the same.
It wasn't good.
Yeah. Anyway, then we're gonna get into this interlude called "White Girl." I didn't really care too much for the interlude. To give it a buck. The typical white girl named Julie, Becky. They like to meet Mase and stuff like that, and they motherfucker pranked him and shit like that, saying it's not be Mase. So yeah.
It was kind of racist too because Julie and Becky, like when they talked to Mase on the phone and they were like, "Oh my God, you're from Harlem? You mean where all the abandoned buildings are from?" You know what I mean? I'm like, what is that?
Because you gotta remember, Harlem, even to this day, is like has this reputation and shit like that. Niggas automatically think Harlem is like,
Right.
oh my
That was the old Harlem. If you go to Harlem now, everything is different.
gentrified.
Just gentrified. You got everything look totally different. You wouldn't even know it was Harlem anymore.
Come on, fuck.
It doesn't have that element. Unless you were like in the projects, you wouldn't even know it was Harlem.
Right. Because even those like the Jefferson, them old normal lyrics sitcom, they always be like, "Oh shit, you from Harlem? Oh hell no."
Right. That's old Harlem.
So we all done said what we had to say about White Girl.
Yeah.
I bet. Then we're gonna get to Love You So. Well, I do love this song, and I do love the Tina Marie sample. I personally feel that Square Biz, I'm sick and tired of you seeing that song with samples after the first album. So, and y'all know how I feel about that album.
So,
Yeah, so I feel like that just ruined it. I mean, I love Tina Marie and I love that song too, but not one of my favorite Tina songs for a sample.
I didn't like them using Square that sample on Square Biz on the From album. And I like the From album. I didn't like Square Biz as a single. I don't like this song. Billy Lawrence. I remember her. She did like collabs in the past with she
That's a
was on
girl.
Rampage on huh?
That's a girl. I thought it was a
Yeah,
nigga.
it's a girl. No, it's a
No,
girl. No, it's a
Oh,
girl. She did a song with Rampage from his album, and I forgot the name of that song, but there's a video for that. She's like some like she like a Redbone chick, but um I didn't like it. It was too poppy. I'm like, how many times you gonna keep using the Square Biz sample? You know what I'm saying? Like the Firm did it, and I ain't like that one. So I didn't care for this track. It's not out of all other tracks. I love all other stuff. I didn't care for this track.
I liked Love You So. I mean, it was just different. I mean, the use of Tina Marie, Square Biz. I mean, it was done. To me, it was done right. But yeah, I had no idea who Billy Lawrence was, to be real, because I honestly thought at the beginning, I thought it was like a guy with that name, but it turned out to be a female. Like I had to put two and two together. I'm like, oh wow, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah, because
not a bad song.
I'm picturing some bald headed nigga with a fucking like fitted cap. That's what
Oh,
I'm picturing when it's like a Billy Lawrence or some shit like that.
oh.
Now that y'all said Redbone, that's like, damn, okay. I ain't never seen this Billy Lawrence in person. I just thought he was just producer or some big ass nigga or some shit.
No, it's a girl.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Shit. Anyway, track number 9, The Play Away. I mean, yeah, The Play Away featuring JG. Very dope track. Even though I'm not a big fan of 8 Ball MJG and Bad Boy and stuff like that. They definitely did their thing. This is like more up their alley and stuff like that. So banging ass track.
Billy Lawrence was on the Rampage single for "Take It to the Streets" from the Scouts on this album.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Okay.
There's a video for that because that was like the second single after Wild for the Night.
Yeah, I seen the video for that track.
Yeah,
I was like, oh wow.
yeah. That's a free bell. Play Away was great, a real funky track. It sounded like they actually used like live instruments in the studio, like the live guitars and the drums and the keys and the guitar. I love it. The guitar, the scratches. 8 Ball and MJG. I definitely think they were like an underrated duo. 8 Ball, like his verse, he said, "Lay it down, player, slaughterhouse, bad boy, fat boy, ain't afraid to rack a tap, boy. Matter of fact, boy, this is not an act, boy. The play away, keep a player making stacks, boy. Fire, man. I love that. I love the chorus, everything that I do. Be all about the loot, kicking up dust in my polo boots. Fire, fire track.
Yeah, I'll admit the Play Away. It was another one of those tracks that had to let grow on me. I'll admit I like it, even though I'm not too familiar with 8 Ball and MJG. A pretty dope collab.
Yeah, man. All I'm gonna tell you right now, Ashley, the
Mm,
the first album, you gotta have some sensitive ears for that first album because they be singing some raw nasty shit.
I'm pretty sure it ain't nothing I haven't heard before, and I'm grown, so
Alright,
at this point, nothing surprises me anymore.
got you. Cause I know they had this one track called Pimps and some shit like that, and there was this one usually I'm talking about. Oh, this song is so misogynistic. I was like, sit your ass down. But you got fucking Cardi B as your thumbnail. Okay. Anyway.
Uh,
Um. Then we're gonna get into Hater Interlude. Again, I don't really care for too much for the interlude.
Same.
The interlude you got like Mace's one of Mace's people talking about how like Mace promised to take him on the road with them and go around the world with them and you know where he at. You know he don't want to be on the corner selling dope and that's basically what the skit is about.
Nigga better get a job. Shit. Alright, so we still all we had to say about Hater.
Hmm.
Mm,
Now I'm gonna next take it to the next track. Niggas wanna act featuring Busta Rhymes. Man, this is probably like that vintage Murder Mace in my opinion. Um, very very dope track. I mean, Busta and Mace they always makes a good collab and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Actually, this was the song that was taken from the DJ Clue freestyles.
Oh, his joint.
Yeah. Again, Busta Rhymes is on a joint and he don't fucking spit a verse.
Hmm.
I'm beginning to think it's like a fucking trend for him and shit like that. But yeah, very dope track.
I think Puffy knew like you put Bust on the verse with any one of your of your artists, he gonna outshine them. So you know we saw that on No Way Out. He wouldn't have no verse on Victory, and he
mm,
could have easily killed that track. And you know, Mace and Puff was on When Disaster Strikes with that song that Body Rock. And to me, I think even with that song, I thought it was different. I'm like Buster and Mace and Puffy. I mean, that don't sound like Buster, you know what I'm saying?
You
But
know,
he
we don't
chasing
stop.
that radio play, you know. But yeah, like I didn't mind Buster on this. Like I could see him on the chorus. I don't know if he would have fit rapping on this beat. You know what I'm saying? Like Mace did his thing. He said, yo, I know niggas like you because I greet them all the time and greet them with the nine if they ever keep us mine. I just like bust on the chorus. If niggas wanna act, we can act. If niggas wanna scrap, we can scrap. That's Buster right there. That's the Buster that I love. When he's rowdy and hype and you get that Dungeon Dragon Buster, yeah. That was definitely a solid collab.
mm. Yeah, I'll admit, niggas want to act. It was just pretty. It was a pretty dope collab, but I kind of wish Busta would have like did a verse on this track. Even, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, him on the chorus is cool and all, but it's just like I wanted to hear him
Mm.
how the dynamic and flow and delivery would be between him
Right.
and Mace. You know?
Yeah. He would have killed it. He would have outshined Mace on his own album.
Yeah.
You know? I think Puffy knew that. I like so like we can't have Buster do no verse on nobody album on Bad Boy.
Mhm.
Just do the chorus and that's
Right. Shit, and we all heard Puffy's versus Victory and shit like that.
Mhm.
Shit.
that one. Somebody wrote that for me because
Biggie,
I don't think Puffy ever sounded that good on the song. So
that
Mm.
that gotta be Biggie.
yeah, somebody wrote
If Victory was a Biggie solo joint, that would
that.
probably be his best song on
Yeah,
Wax. I don't
I
care
agree.
what it says.
Just the way that he started it off, like that's great. You
Right.
know, we didn't need Puffy on there. It could have been Big and Buster or a big solo track. I'm like that. Oh, Puffy. You know.
Shit. Yeah. Anyway, next joint, Feel So Good. I mean, the whole world knows this damn song. I mean,
Yeah.
this was a song that actually, believe it or not, introduced me to the Cool and the Gang Hollywood swinging sample.
Mm-hmm.
And
Um, it's like a typical bad boy anthem, 70s, 80s sample check, glossy video check, shiny suits check,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Ike Williams, check.
Yeah.
female singing in the background
Mm.
check.
Yep.
Wait, excuse me, dry female singing in the background check. Yeah, I mean, I've always liked the song and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I put it like in the same category with like More Money, More Problems.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mike Geronimo's Nothing Moves But the Money. You know what I'm saying? But better.
Classic, man. This is the first time. The first time I heard this song was on the radio, but I didn't know who it was though. Because
Oh,
I knew Mace from like Horse and Cabbage and Only You, but like when I heard the song, I didn't know who it was, and then when I saw the video, I'm like, oh, this is Mace. And seeing the video they did in Vegas, with Chris Tucker in the video dancing with them, just we got the women dancing, the half naked women, and they got the shiny suits, and that was so bad boy, that was so puffy. And I think when people have that vision still in their head when it comes to like the shiny suit up, you know what I'm saying? Like videos like that, and
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, it's a classic song, man. I love it. I still love it.
we just want to make you dance.
Yeah, we got too much of those shiny suits after a while. The color coordinated suits to go with the setting. We
Mm.
got too much of that, and that left a bad taste in people's mouth when it came to like hip hop, and but it's still a good song. I still like it.
Mm. Yeah, it feels so good. What can honestly be said about this song? I mean, I've heard it so many times that I lost count after a while because I've heard it that much. Yeah, who can forget about the video? And when you do think of Bad Boy, you do think of shiny suits in that period of hip hop, in the period of time, pretty much. And the sample of Cool and the Gang, Hollywood Swinging, who can possibly forget that when it comes at the very beginning? Like honestly, who can forget? And the chorus is catchy, and it does, and the song pretty much just wants to make you want to dance.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. I personally feel like Too Short kind of used the sample better with the Money in the Ghetto track.
Mm.
Yeah, but everyone uses the sample the same way to keep it a buck. Sure. Then we're gonna get into After Feel So Good, What You Want, featuring Total. Again, another song that's a typical bad boy anthem and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This one was okay. I wasn't really too big on this track right here. Um, again, Total, another popular R&B group around that time. So yeah.
At first, I didn't like the song, and it grew on me, and then I end up liking it, and it's still a good song. I like the beat. I like the bass line on it. Mace say, girl in my eyes, you the baddest. The reason why I love you don't like me because my status. I don't want to see you with the cabbage, living average. I want to do my thing so we be established, and I don't want you rocking in the fabrics. Girl, I want to give you carrots till you feel like a rabbit. Um, yeah, it's good. It's again, as I said, he picked the right singles on this album. Definitely is a solid track. It just took time for me to. It didn't hit me like how Feel So Good hit me. Like when I heard Feel So Good, I was like, "Yo, this is a banging track." And then when I heard this, it was like Total on the chorus, and I never felt like they could really sing, but um, it's good. It's a good song.
Yeah. Yeah, I first heard this song, What You Want, from the movie Save the Last Dance. That was my first time hearing it.
But
Cause I've heard that and seen that movie so many times. I kept wondering who was it because I wasn't too sure who it was. And
Right.
then when I found out it was Mase in Total, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I know Tiana Taylor, she used the instrumental for this for a song that she put out. I think what like last year. I think. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
hmm Yeah, that wasn't bad either. By the way, I like that one. But yeah, this song it's another one of those that I consider a favorite of mine that I'll never get tired of.
Yeah, I definitely hear what y'all are saying about this track. Then we're gonna get into the phone conversation. Nothing really too much to say.
Now the phone conversation,
Oh,
um, should I describe it?
Go ahead.
good.
Actually, like, oh God, why? Um, the conversation is between two chicks, Gina and Ariane.
hmm
Like he's basically trying to get some ass from both of them.
Yeah.
And what he's lying to them on the phone saying, "Oh look, I gotta my brother's on the other line, or my mom is calling me," and then
Mm.
he ends up catching himself in the lie to one of the chicks, and then one of the chicks is like he said like the wrong name to her, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Who the fuck is that?" You know what I mean? And then she's like, that's why I wanted to talk to Puffy, but he didn't show up at the club that night, and then she
Mm.
hangs up on him, so he fucked up, and that goes into cheating.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Shit.
just like texting, don't text this two chicks at once.
And if you texting two chicks at one time, keep track about who you texting and
Yeah,
shit.
call them
Right.
shit by the wrong name and shit.
Cause but I'll be honest with you, females hate being called the wrong name.
Uh-huh.
That's with me.
Yeah,
Like don't end up calling me no name that you know gonna well it ain't me.
guys
And
would
then
hate that.
because
I
I'm
mean,
end up questioning like who is so and so, like you know
mhm,
that ain't my name.
right. Guys
Yeah,
would hate that too. If you in bed with a chick and she call you by the wrong name, my name ain't
They
Tyrone.
be like,
Fuck
who
you.
I would have kicked out. I would have kicked out. Get it. Like, get out.
yeah, I would yeah, if I was like getting it in with a dude and he end up calling me the wrong name, I'm like,
Yeah,
that's it. No,
like
get
Sabrina.
out. Nah, like get out.
Shit. Which leads us into the fucking cheat on you track featuring 112 Lil C's and Jay Z.
Mm,
This was produced by Jermaine Dupri and it samples, of course, the Michael Jackson classic "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." This song was okay. Like, what was one of my favorites? Y'all should know how I feel about Jermaine Dupri and shit. But
yeah.
if this was all Lil Caesar's album out, it would have been accepted there and whatnot. But yeah, man, this was a pretty okay track.
I think this track is great. This is JD still in his prime. I love it. I love the beat and the bass line for it. 112 in the chorus was great. Mace saying, all women flirt, all women cheat. So I might spend a week down in Virginia Beach, out in the sheets, blaze plenty freaks. Be a bad boy everybody want to meet. Practice what I preach, never caught when I cheat. And then Jay, the great Jay Z people is on here. They saved the best for last. And I like what he said. He said they want to ride with me, stay fly with me, want to help me get rid of my robberies, want to be the ebony to my ivory. But I'm straight though. Thanks, my only chase though. That's classic Jay right there, man. I love that. Great track. And I love that chorus of 112 singing. Great.
Mm. Yeah, Cheat on You was a great song. That was really, excuse me, well produced by JD, of course. And then you have in Lil C's, Jay Z, and 112 on the chorus. You got, I guess, the perfect not perfect combination of artists on the one song. Yeah, but I'll admit this track was low key slept on in my opinion.
I love it.
Yeah, so do I.
That's
Yeah,
Jay.
I hear what y'all are saying, but to me, real, I personally feel like the best collaboration is the next track.
Mm.
24 Hours to Live. Oh my.
Mm.
This is the best track off this album, period. In my opinion, this is probably the best posse cut in Bad Boy history. Like the best root of all, you got Mace, you got Black Rob, an underrated lyricist in Bad Boy,
Mm-hmm.
if I should say. You got Locks, you got X, man. Damn, and it just asks a simple question: what would you do if you only had 24 hours to live?
Mm.
Like this is the kind of shit I like from Bad Boy. When it definitely has the music that make you dance, but at the same time, it can have like the music that can really make you think and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
My personal opinion, I feel like Mace, Black Rob, ooh, Jadakiss and X had the best verse, but it's a toss up between Jadakiss and X to see who had the third best verse, in my opinion, because everybody was just going in. I want to say some lines from Black Rob because I feel like he's an MC. I feel like nobody really gives him clout for, give him credit for. Um, we gotta talk about the Life Story album one day. Gotta talk about that one. Um, this nigga said, "Then I'm off to get choke and smoke one of them dreads and get that bitch from '89 that gave us to the feds. Thought of mama, wrote her a note. We ain't close. I hate her boyfriend, so I put one in his throat. Like, ooh,
Mm.
Jesus Christ." And the video was amazing and shit like that. I always get a Holes vibe when I watch the video. Y'all remember that movie Holes with Shia LaBeouf and shit?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
always get Holes. I don't know why though, but yeah, this is probably, in my opinion, like I said, the best posse cut in Bad Boy history. Every time I hear this track, it's just the perfect. I would say it's the perfect song for this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas don't even know what's going to happen with coronavirus or whatever, or with
Right.
police brutality and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So,
They need a
class.
part two.
You said what?
They need a part two for that.
Too.
I agree. I definitely agree with you on that. Like Flavor in Your Ear remix, I love, but this shit right here, phenomenal. One of the greatest hip hop tracks ever, in my opinion.
I want the chat to put down what they would do in 24 hours. If you had 24 hours to live,
Yeah,
what
we
would
all
be
had
like,
24 hours to live. What
yeah,
would y'all do?
what would be like the last things you'll do? Because I
Mhm.
think this is a classic posse cut. And everybody killed it. It was real grimy track, and you got the Locks and X and Black Rob and Mace all together. Good things are gonna happen, and I loved it. And Jadakiss verse, and he's like, if I had 24 hours, when he said if I had 24 hours to live, fuck it, I'll kick the bucket and probably no, he said if I had 24 hours to kick the bucket, fuck it, I'll probably eat some fried chicken and drink a Nantucket. Fire. That's classic, man. Like, and Jadakiss always been on point with anything he's been on, any collab, whether it was John Blaze or Benjamin's, always
Mhm.
killed it. So Jada to me got like one of the best verses. I like X verse on here. Black Rob did. Everybody did their thing on it. So, you know,
Yeah, I'll admit 24 Hours to Live is definitely a dope song and one that I'll consider a favorite of mine.
yeah.
Yeah, everyone shined on this song from DMX to Black Rob and the Locks. I mean, you can't go wrong with that kind of combination of lyricists and all that, man.
Yeah.
It's grimy, but at the same time, it makes you think of what could you possibly do if we all had 24 hours left on this earth.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. And like, it's a deep song if you really think
Yeah.
about it.
Mhm.
Very deep. So that's 24 Hours to Live. Then track number 17, I Need to Be. Okay.
Mm,
This is a very weird song.
mm-hmm.
Just from the intro alone, like,
Mm.
it starts off with like Maze talking about how you remember that girl who claimed that she was 19. It's
Yeah.
like he's not 19, and this kind of makes me laugh
Oh,
and shit. It's like nigga, I followed her to school. Like, first of all, nigga, Maze, what you doing following her to school, man? Like,
that's creepy.
it's like, damn, it's like, how you know she's not 18? Nigga, I followed her to school. Like, you just said like that shit random.
Mm,
And so pretty much the song is pretty much talking about like pretty much like letting niggas know like be careful with these females about taking a female's virginity and
mm,
claiming that they're over 18 and shit because like pedophilia is real. Like
yeah.
I was like we might joke about this shit on the channel a lot, but for real, pedophilia is on some real shit. Like niggas out here really raping little boys' booty holes and some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. If you guys stop.
Just the way you said it, dog. It's like,
Stop.
Mm.
I don't know how to explain it. I feel like this is the
Oh,
Mr.
God.
Rogers. I feel like Mr. Rogers right now, like explaining some shit to little kids.
Oh,
But for real, parents, like for real though, watch your kids. Like
yes.
watch who your kids be around and stuff like
Or
that.
talk to you on the internet and
Right. Like we in a day and age like little kids are having social media. Like 7-year-olds has Facebook. When I was 7 years old, I didn't have no fucking MySpace or Facebook
me
and shit.
neither. I ain't have none of that.
why
Nigga, I
not,
had
man?
fucking Leapfrog and fucking Game Boy Advance and some shit. Like, the fuck I'm doing with 7-year-old with the
Just
Facebook and
Yeah, when I was 7, I was still playing with Barbie dolls. I mean,
shit. But that's my public service announcement. But other than that, this song features Monifa too. Yeah, this is a very cool song. It's a weird song, but it's a cool song.
I didn't like it. I just it felt like he was trying to sound like a southern rapper.
well,
And
technically it is from the South, but
well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, at the time, we didn't know none of that. It just sounded like it had like a southern bounce to it, and he was trying to sound like somebody from the South. But I didn't care for it. Monifa is a underrated singer, and I didn't
hmm
like how she sounded on this song either. I'm like, nah, this is not a good one.
mm. I need to be. Yeah, I gave this song a chance too. I really was not feeling it. I just didn't know what to think of it because it was like I wasn't too sure in what direction what this song was going or what it was about or none of that. I didn't know at all.
Mm.
Just even in the beginning, it was like weird. I'm like, wait a minute, where is this going?
When when these kids are on Facebook, do they have like parental uh
Yeah, there's
like block
settings.
up for the kids?
Yeah, there's settings and
Oh,
privacy
What
settings
is
and
settings gonna do?
yeah. Like, why are they
I'm
going on there in the
fucking
first place? Do
tired of these white parents thinking that fucking parental control is gonna solve. Niggas can hack into that fucking shit.
right.
yeah, y'all gonna have to
So
do more.
a 7-year-old going on the Instagram. What are they looking at on
Like you got fucking
What's a 7 year
10-year-olds
old doing
twerking.
on Instagram to begin with?
exactly? Why do they have it?
Like you got fucking 10-year-olds twerking and shit like that.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's disgusting.
Nobody wants to see that.
Shit. Like this, like I said, like I have a story. I'm sorry, I have a story. I have to say
I,
this.
I I think I think Mace was talking to Cardan in the beginning of the song. Cardan was still a teenager at this point, right?
I think I don't know. I mean,
I think because Cardan when he started off with Harlem World with the group, he was young. Like he got signed at a young age. I think maybe that's why he told Cardan that he was following the chick when she went to school.
Hmm.
shit. I remember I had a friend one time that he said he was talking to a girl. He's all like, she's only 15, 16. Motherfucker was like 22. So I looked at him like, pause,
Wait, whoa.
rewind, play. What the fuck you just say?
I hope he's not watching
Yeah.
right.
I don't give a fuck if he is watching. I don't give a fuck.
Tell the story, man.
It's like
Okay.
We were just out chilling, just talking about random chicks and shit like that. He over here talking about some girl. He was like 15 and 16, like he's singing and shit like that. I'm just looking at him like, what the fuck is wrong with? He's just talking like that shit. That's like that shit natural.
There ain't nothing natural about
So
talking to
what?
a
So what?
teenager,
So what?
underage girl at that.
Do you play with her in recess and shit? Like,
Oh my god, man.
but anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, damn. Thanks for the love on the public service announcement, y'all. I don't have nothing to say about Watch Your Back.
I don't either.
Watch Your Back. Watch Your Back was like it reminded me of the skit on Life After Death when Biggie gets the call from the hater, and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna kill you" or whatever. That's basically what the skit was about. The dude called up Mase and he was like, "Yo, like me and my kids, we love your music, but don't give my girl your number." And he's like, "If you give my girl your number, I'm gonna fuck you up or whatever. Like bad things are happening." So
It's
that's
gonna be
basically what it is. It's crazy.
Mm.
shit. Sometimes it be funny. It be so funny how niggas these days be threatening other motherfuckers these days and some shit like that. Like
Yeah.
you talking about when I see you, it's gonna be fucking on site, and while motherfuckers see each other and shit like that, all they dumb motherfuckers do is have a staring contest and shit.
Yeah.
Shit, and then you have motherfuckers just crowding around like the fight's about to happen and shit. I just
Mm-hmm.
be standing there looking like y'all act like some bitches right now and shit. Like
Oh.
anyway, track number 19, Wanna Hurt Mace. This was a very dope. This is some fucking heat right here and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I love when he said, "Do you really want to hurt Mace, or do you really want to make me cry?" Like, shit. Fucking lines like, "Ain't enough cops or cuffs to chain me, days to arraign me, KKKs to hang me, insane me. You need ice picks to bang me. Need more than a straight jacket to restrain me." Like, that shit was some fucking heat, man. Like,
Oh.
niggas be sleeping on Mace, man. Niggas be sleeping on fucking Mace. Like, that's that fucking murder Mace and shit like that. So I fucking love this joint.
You want to know that same quote that you just quoted from Mace? He used that on Double Up
Wow.
on a song called "Make Me Cry." Yeah, that was the
Oh.
chorus.
Wow.
Just thought you should know.
Okay, that should just give me the idea what kind of album this is.
Yeah, it was bad.
Wow, wow, wow.
I like the song though. It had a nice beat, nice bass line. It was really one of those street joints, and Mace saying, "Nigga, look at you and look at us. My guns don't first Harlem roll with the thrust, nigga. You better hush." So it was dope.
Yeah, I'll admit, Wanna Hurt Me definitely was a dope song. I'll admit, I liked it, man. Cause I mean, he just really went all in on this. I'm like, dang.
Shit. Anyway, I feel you on that. And the last track, "Jealous Guy," it uses the sample of the
Jealous girl.
"Jealous Girl" with New Edition, covered by Another Bad Creation.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
what a way to end an album!
Yeah.
This so spectacular. I never would have imagined, really, never would
Yeah.
have imagined ending an album like this. Like you
Mm.
sample New Edition,
Yeah.
New Edition.
Yeah.
Wow, like
Mhm.
we just came out of Wanna Hurt Mace, and now you ended
To
up with
jealous
Jealous
guy.
Guy. This is the greatest ending to a hip hop album ever. Like, wow,
Mm.
that's all I have to say.
I thought that was your song. That's what to say.
I mean, I like I love the song, but like I said before, it's like this is the typical bad boy oversampling shit.
Yeah.
This song was bad, yo. I love New Edition. I don't think nobody should ever do a New Edition song over, including Mace. Like that is blasphemy to try to do over Jealous Girl. Jealous Girl was a classic album from Candy Girl. How do you end your album off, your first album at that, with a 6 minute rendition of a New Edition song?
Oh my.
You know what I'm saying? Like it
Mind you,
ran way too long, and he can't sing.
and mind
And
you, New Edition signed to Bad Boy too.
the irony, right? And
The
that
irony.
they turned out to have a shitty album on Bad Boy. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Like the irony of that, and he can't sing. It reminded me of like when I heard Player Hater and Big tried to sing. I'm like, this is Puffy. This Puffy did this shit because Biggie would
Player
have did
Hate
this
is
shit.
a classic compared to this.
Player Hater is a classic. I always skip over that song. I never
I
liked that
I,
song.
I love that
You
song.
love that song?
I
I
Me
love
always
too.
thought it was like
Me
one
too.
big joke of a track.
Player.
Hey,
That's the thing. Biggie was having fun with it,
Yeah.
yeah,
and the fact that he redid the Delphonics "Hey Love" in the hip hop way. He wasn't the first MC to do it,
mm,
but at the same time, the way he did it, it was comical.
Yeah.
And the beat too fits with the album and shit, that mafioso kind of shit.
mm.
Mhm.
And even though the Puffy did too much with the singing and shit, it in a weird, unique way added on to the song in a weird, unique way.
I hated it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I see people love it. I don't know how y'all like this song, but yeah, I didn't.
You,
I don't. A
you,
6 minute.
you,
A six
hero.
minutes. This is the longest song on the album. 6 minute track.
6.5 minutes. Yeah.
At least put New Edition on the song. Why they put 112? I have no idea.
Hell, New
Mm.
Edition is a huge boy.
Yes, put New Edition on the song. I mean, it's their song. You might as well have them on the chorus.
Wait, weren't they already going through stuff anyway?
Yeah, they were going through the
What was
whole
this?
Home Again.
97? No, they were on tour. I think in 97 for this album for the Home Again album. Yeah, they went through their crap. I mean, shit, they still going through their crap, and it's like how many years?
Actually, no, they're getting along now.
Okay,
Are they?
good. Good,
You know, I
good.
read somewhere that they're talking shit out now.
Well,
Okay.
let's hope that they actually can stay like that. Because with this
Stay
group, you never know.
together. Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I didn't care for this song.
Mm. Jealous guy. It was something unexpected, I'll admit that. Didn't expect this song to be 6.5 minutes long. Didn't expect for Puffy and 112 to be featured on it. Didn't expect it to be a slight rendition of Jealous Girl from New Edition. It was just so many unexpected things off this song. And I'll admit, it wasn't entirely terrible. I just felt like somewhere toward the end, it was just being a little too extra. They should have just ended it with just having just 112 singing the chorus. I mean, could have left it at that.
Yep.
That's just my take on it.
Why, Puff? Why?
Who knows? Who knows why?
He just wants to have that ghetto fabulous. Anyway, with that being said, overall, this album by far is a very good album.
hmm
Like, as much shit as I give Mase at times, he is definitely a very good rapper. Um, this album is definitely a perfect album, but at the same time, you can really see the influences of the forthcoming Rough Riders movement. And in my opinion, I feel like X definitely did his thing with his album and shit. Like he definitely stole the show on a lot of these songs and stuff. I mean, it was definitely forthcoming. Um, I would give this album a 4 out of 5.
This is a classic album. Even with the Jealous Girl song that I don't like, this is still Mace's best album. Like, forget Double Up, forget that Welcome Back shit. His only great album with great features as well. And I like the fact that you had the features, but it wasn't overshadowing who Mace is as an artist. So he can carry an album or like a song by himself without, other features on it. And you know, A great song to play away and you know, feel so good and what you want. Looking at me, 24 Hours to Live, a classic posse joint. Definitely a five mic album. I know people don't feel like it is, but when you look back at his discography and you listen to Double Up and you listen to Welcome Back, you will realize what I'm talking about. This is his best album. You know, I had Double Up. I bought Double Up and I threw it away because it was that bad. And the
Mm,
thing about that album is it got bootleg. There was like tracks on the bootleg that wasn't on the album, and it was still bad.
mm,
Okay, so this is definitely his best album by far. Definitely a five mic classic in my opinion. I think it's hated on because he was on Bad Boy, and
mm.
people feel like they look at him like he went from Big L's crew, when he was Murder Mace, and he became Pretty Boy Mace. He went commercial, but Mace can still spit. He still got it. It's a shame that he never got a chance to be on G Unit. I think 50 wanted him on there. I think he would have had some good stuff on there. But definitely his best album.
Yeah, this was my first time listening to Mace's Harlem World, even though I was already familiar with who he is and where he's been in his career and things of that sort. Yeah, I'll admit, hearing tracks such as Feel So Good, What You Want, 24 Hours to Live, he has hits for days. And there were only at least two songs that I really didn't care too much for. But overall, it was a very good album. So I'll rate this 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stay on air for about 10 more minutes.
The Harlem World album I have, it is shit though. And what's crazy is I remember, I remember buying that on cassette and and hearing it, and I threw it away.
Mm.
And somehow I ended up getting it again in a CD hall. And I said, okay, well, obviously I can't evade this album because I tried to get rid of it before, and now it's back. So I have it, but I don't play it. They like this. I want to say like maybe three or four songs on it that's good, but that's a shitty album also. I forgot to mention that as well as yeah. I mean, I didn't count Harlem World album. That's like the group album, but that's a shitty album also. Yeah, yeah, Antoine. Yeah, Double Up is terrible.
So
Yo, DJ DJ Tim got the hilarious comments. He said 24 hours to live. I want two girls ride me, Jamaican dark woman ride me, chain me up on my while his Pinocchio is up. Okay.
Oh my God.
Uh, yo, so crazy, man. The shit I'm eating this shit was crazy. Yo,
y'all wilding tonight.
Yeah. Mm, mm.
favorite song from Total.
What about us?
To be
Um,
honest, the definition of a bad girl interlude.
I like Tell Me. I think Tell Me was a good song from their first album. It had like a real like 50s type of vibe to it. Biggie, I Love the Dough or Foxy Brown. I like the I Love the Dough that with Angela Winbush and Jay Z. I like that song more.
Yeah, I love the dough. That's a
Mm.
classic. I love
I
the
love
dough.
both of those. Hmm.
Most that no.
Hmm.
That's another song from Life After That. I don't hear no one talking about. Like the way
Yeah.
they flipped that sample was amazing.
Angela Winbush,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Renee and Angela.
Streetcar
Yeah,
Desire, that album is
Yes.
a masterpiece.
yeah.
Against all odds, Tim.
I like Hit 'Em Up because Hit 'Em Up, Pac was he was calling niggas out. Like
Yeah, hit him up.
he let him know, like, yo, like fuck Bad Boy, fuck Mob Deep, Biggie, I fucked your wife. Like he let them
Mm.
have it,
See,
you
Hit
know.
'em Up was cool. I like it, but like again, the Outlaws just ruined it. And
That's his crew. That he always did shit with them,
I know, but there was
you
just
know.
the line was Mob Deep, the sickle cell line. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way too.
That was Pac. You think Pac cared? Pac would have used your weakness against you. He did not care.
I know,
Mm-hmm.
I know, but still, I'm just like, damn, like,
Pac did
Mm.
not care. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I liked about Pac because he always spoke his mind, whether he was angry or sad or happy.
right?
That's what you should do as an artist and as a person. Like speak your mind and let people know how you feeling.
Oh
And
yeah,
he let it be known on various songs. He did not like Bad Boy. He did not like Jay-Z or Mobb Deep, and he let people know about it.
he said,
Mm-hmm.
"JD, fuck you too." Yeah, but I still like it as this show, but I'm more of an against all odds
Like,
person.
yeah, that was good too. I guess all odds was good.
That was more raw, like hell. Even that De La Soul line, ugh. Look at De La.
But Outlaws was his group. Tim, like he was on. If you look at the shit from Me Against the World to Machiavelli and the Unreleased, all that shit was him and the Outlaws. Like that was his group. It was like, yo, I'm gonna get on the mic. Y'all gonna get on the mic with me too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That was his way of promoting them as solo artists. So like when they come out, people already know who Young Noble is, and they know who Castro and Idi Amin is already. So that was his way of like putting his group on.
yes, Sam. I definitely agree with you. Drop a gentleman is way better than him out.
They ain't call Pac out on that.
Hold up. But still, if you really listen to this subliminally, they really talked
Well,
like
we know that. We know
they
that.
did
I'm
their
just
research.
saying to the casual fan don't know who they talking about. That's my favorite song on Hell on Earth. I'm just saying they ain't calling nobody out by name. The same thing they did on Infamy when they did the song Crawling. How we know they talking about Jay-Z? They ain't say Jay-Z name on Crawling.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes when it comes to diss track, you don't need to always call out motherfuckers by name. The streets, you gotta know the streets always know who listening and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
50
Like,
Cent made How to Rob, and he called everybody by name. And he made it a point when he did I Smoke Pussy to call out Earth Gotti and Murder Inc. Tupac did Hit 'Em Up. You know what I'm saying? You got Jay-Z did Takeover. Nas did Ether. All of the great diss songs, people called you out by name. I can't think of one great diss song where shit was subliminal. I mean, Ice Cube did No Vaseline. We know he was talking about NWA.
Biggie's kicking the door. That was subliminal.
Who was that about? Was that for J. Rule or was that for Pac?
That was for Nas, Raekwon, Ghost, and J. Rue.
Now, how would I know that back in '97? He wasn't calling them out by name. How would we know that? You know what I'm saying? Unless it was somebody that was telling us, how would we know? That's what I'm saying. It's like why didn't Biggie just call them out by name? Because well, Puffy didn't want him to.
No, because at that time, subliminals in hip hop was very new at that time too. Like another example, LL Cool J, I Shot Ya.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac had a song
But
Old
he
School.
called, but in his verse he said Hammer, Mo D, and Ice T's girl. He called them out.
Oh no, that's the remix. I'm talking about the OG version.
The one with Keith Murray.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, he's like niggas talking that old school shit because you know Pac gave tribute to LL on Old School, but LL didn't really care for Pac like that and shit like that.
And what did Pac do? Pac turned around and called them out on My Little Homies, even though that's unreleased. But if anybody heard that OG track,
Ooh,
he called them out. He said, LL, I'll rock your fucking bells. He called them out. So we know who he's talking about. This subliminal shit, even now they do subliminal shit. It's like, who are you talking about, bro? I don't know. You could be talking about the president for all I know. Say the nigga name. Like when Pusha went at Drake, he called the nigga name out. So we know who he's talking about.
but see, I personally like subliminals too because here's the thing about subliminals that people need to understand. Sometimes when artists throw subliminals, they're more than likely throwing a bait to the artist. Like, for example, Gucci Man, he had this song called "Make Love," which Nicki Minaj was on it,
Mm,
and so Nicki, she had this one line where it appeared like she was going after a rapper. A lot of people thought that she was going after Remy Ma with that one, but I believe she was actually going after Azalea Banks or whatever. Anyway, but at the same time, Remy took the fucking bait, and
mm,
that's what really kicked off the fucking beef between them and shit. So it sometimes matter like artists taking the fucking bait. You know what I'm saying? Even back in the day with again KRS One when he
mm,
dropped the Sex and Violence album, the song I want to say is We In There. He threw shots at Ice Cube.
mm,
You know, Ice Cube, he had a line that says, stop the violence, ain't paying, don't do no rent, some shit like that in the America's Most Wanted album on the song Rolling with the Lynch Mob. And Karis once said, education pays my rent. He shot back at Ice Cube because he reused that line and stuff like that, you know?
right.
Mind you, Ice Cube never went back at Karis One though. We don't even know
So
that.
so when you listen to a song like "Last Real Nigga Alive," and then it comes out many years later that Nas was he had beef with Biggie, we didn't know that back in '94. How would we know that? Because not like they came out and were saying each other on record.
Well, technically, Nas did say he was having beef with Biggie because on the message, the line everyone thought that that was an aim at Tupac, but I want to say in the magazine interview, Nas said that that was actually aimed at Biggie and shit too.
And we didn't know this back in '96 when that came out. You know what I'm saying? At least it's like when Pac came out, Pac said like, "Yo, I got beef with Nas because you use the same beat for Street Dreams." You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't even
So,
more than that, to be real.
well, yeah, yes, it's more than that, but yeah, he was like, Pac, you trying to live my life and shit. You never got shot, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
so you understood where Pac was coming from when he had beef with people, but the other shit later on, you're like, oh, I didn't know Nas had beef with Biggie because they didn't say each other's name. They might have alluded to it. We
To
didn't
be
know back in '97 that kicking the door was about J. Rue and you know what I mean, and all the other people you was talking about.
to be real with you, almost every rapper from New York, minus Method Man, had beef with Biggie because they were jealous of him and shit.
Dolly, what's good, bro? Salute to you. That's
Oh,
the homie from Knicks Nation.
oh shit. What's up,
But
dog?
but nah. But I'm the subliminals is cool. I just feel like if you're gonna, especially if you going like Nas and Jay, two of the best. If you're gonna have a battle with each other, call them say the dude name out. You know what I'm saying? Let's tell people why you got beef with Nas and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was such a great battle because we had two of the best going at each other and they calling each other out. They're not doing subliminals. And even when it came to when Dipset called out Nas and he let it be known, what did Jim Jones say? Nas, I'll smack that kufi off your head. He let it be known. You know what I'm saying? Like props to Jim Jones for doing that because he didn't have no solo career back then just yet. This is before On My Way to Church. And he let it be known like, yo, we coming for you, Nas. Same thing with State Property. They got on Hot 97 and they called out the Bravehearts and not. You know what I'm saying? A
Right.
legendary freestyle. You know what I mean? They wasn't throwing subliminals. Beanie Siegel and them don't do that shit. They call niggas out.
Shit, because you gotta remember Jay Z and Nas were throwing subliminals at one another too over the years, even before Takeover and
Right,
Ether.
right. And people, rap fans had that discussion even before that beef. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna do a diss song, let it be known who you talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's like the subliminal thing. It happens even now. It's like we don't know who the hell they talking about. Could be anybody.
Hell, you
What do
don't.
you prefer? You prefer the subliminals over like the actual straightforward calling people out or what?
The way I see it with subliminals, this is the way I see it. The subliminals have to be very clever. If the subliminal is very clever and you re-listen to it and shit like that, and you know the history of the artist, I'll give that a pass. But if the subliminals are honky dory, we have to like re-listen to it and shit like
Right,
that, and you don't, it's not like a very clear subliminal and shit,
right.
then nah, man. I definitely hear what you're saying and shit like that. But I'm more of a fan of the combative, like the no Vaselines,
Mhm,
the Bridges Overs. Hell,
mhm.
the Big Mamas.
Right.
Niggas don't talk about Roxanne Shantae's Big Mama.
Mhm,
She's like calling Latifah, Light, Yo Yo,
right.
Salt and Pepper. She was calling all the motherfuckers out by name.
Eminem did Quitters, and he was against Everlast, not Everlast. Fred Durst.
Yeah, that was Everlast and
Oh,
Fred.
Everlast. Right. I remember when Quitters came out. That was a big thing. Like Eminem calling out niggas by their name. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't throwing no subliminal shots.
Yo, this might be controversial, but I never felt like Eminem had a very strong component when it came to his beefs and shit, in my opinion.
I mean, cause people are afraid of him. People are afraid to go at him. You know what I'm saying? Like Everlast and Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst. They're not like I never felt like they were lyrically strong to battle Eminem. You know what I'm saying? So he went at the people that he felt like, yo, like, Fred Durst, I'm going at you, Everlast, Britney Spears, whoever. They was afraid of Eminem. Eminem is a great lyricist still. You know what I'm saying? He's still a great, like, yes, he got shitty albums right now, but he is still a great lyricist. I wouldn't, as an artist, I wouldn't want to battle Eminem. There's people that's afraid to battle Eminem.
Should niggas be saying cannabis? Man, in my opinion, Eminem.
Cannabis is great. Cannabis battled him at the Rap Olympics. That was a great battle.
True, but in my opinion, Eminem mopped the floor with cannabis in that beef on wax.
I heard that battle so long ago. This is before My Name Is, but I remember that battle. But
Hell,
Cannabis is a great little lyricist.
one rapper that uses subliminals very well, LL Cool J, on To the Break of Dawn and shit like that.
Right. Yeah,
Played out.
yeah, but he again, we know he was talking about Ice T. That line where he says, cut your Jerry curl juice and woof, you know what I mean? We know he was talking about Ice T. That was known even back then.
However, did y'all know he was talking about EPMD into the Break of Dawn too?
No, you told me that he had beef with EPMD.
See, he didn't have beef with EPMD because LL Cool J, he's the premier artist on Def Jam. Any newer artist that comes on Def Jam or that's on his radar, he will always say a line or two to see if they take the bait.
Right.
Like in 1900 LL Cool J,
Mm.
like I see your gold teeth marks all over my dick. Talking about Slick Rick and shit. Because
Oh shit. Yeah, beef with Slick Rick.
I'm not 100% sure. I think it was just some competitive shit.
Oh,
But Slick Rick, he was known to run his mouth a few times, so I wouldn't be surprised.
right.
And with the line he said, broke down sheriffs, something line about broke down sheriffs. EPMD had his song, I Shot the Sheriff.
All right.
And mind you, he was on Rampage with EPMD.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't even on the video, too.
Wasn't at the video. Why? That's crazy. I thought there was a reason why, but I didn't know. I mean, maybe that's the reason. Like he had beef with EPMD, or there was some tension there.
Shit.
Ashley Ray Sean wants to know what's your favorite album from the '80s.
I don't really have any
She's young.
80s
What
albums.
are you talking about? Ashley is young. What are you talking about? She don't have a favorite from the '80s.
Yeah, I don't have any 80s albums. I'm
Ask me
sorry.
that.
Y'all really be thinking we old as fuck in this bitch sometimes.
Dear Tim wants to know what do y'all think of Jodeci third album, the show, the after party, the hotel.
I
I
haven't.
don't like that album, and I
That's a good
haven't
album.
listened to that one.
Great album.
It's a great album, but there's some things I have to talk about.
Too many skits though. Too many skits.
That
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't production wise. It wasn't as strong as the previous two.
I love it. I like the production. I just think it was too. I get the skits and they sequenced it like in between the tracks, but I just the same way I felt about Takal 2 Judgment Day is the same way I felt about Jodeci album. It's too many skits.
True.
It's like 27 songs. It could have been a double CD,
Mm.
but I love it. I think it's a good album.
Yeah. To Cal 2000, that's underrated, but mine is a skit.
Yes, Dolly Thriller. That was my introduction to Michael. That was my introduction to music. My all-time favorite album ever.
Michael Jackson. Just saying the name Michael Jackson alone, just get chills.
Yes. Just
Yeah.
saying Thriller is like, yo, I just think about that video. Eminem is a pop disser. Yeah, but I don't think too many MCs want to battle M. You think Black Thought want to battle M
That would be a dope battle, though, kid.
or Buckshot? I think artists are still afraid of Eminem.
Now, mind you, Lord Jamar didn't drop a song against Eminem, but
No, Jamar is never he ain't on Eminem level. Like, Jamar wasn't even the best in his own group. I
that's
mean,
what.
Grand Puba was. It was always Grand Puba and Sadat. I mean, to me, I always liked Grand Puba and Sadat X more.
Yeah, so that was my nigga though.
Now the Jamar, he's more of an activist and he speaks out a lot compared to Poobs and Sadat. But I never felt like he was some great lyricist.
Speaking of subliminals, y'all know James Brown and Joe Tex had beef.
James Brown
Yeah,
and
when
who?
they, yeah, he had beef with Joe Tex, and they dropped diss tracks against one another.
Joe Tech. Who the hell is Joe Tech?
He's a soul artist. He made that one song, I gotcha, like that one track
Okay,
right
I did not know that.
there.
I did
And
not know.
it all happened because Joe Tex accused James Brown of stealing his stage moves, and he felt like himself calling himself the Godfather of Soul was disrespectful to Little Willie John. So James Brown stole Joe Tex's woman, pretty much, and
Mm.
Joe Tex pretty much put out a diss track called "You Can Keep Her."
Oh my god!
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. And James Brown bought a gun and almost shot Joe Tex and shit.
Wow.
Like he bum rushed Joe Tex's show. He wanted to get on top, and she wanted to get on top and jump and do a fucking split. And mind you, when he shut up the fucking club, Otis Redding he hid behind the piano and shit. You know.
Oh wow.
What the
Mm.
hell?
Yeah, and mind you, the beef Marvin Gaye and Lou Rawls had beef with one another too.
Oh wow.
Move on. Wow.
Mm.
Favorite member of Brand Nubian. Hoover.
Sadada.
Hoover. Sadat X is good. I like Poobs because Poobs just had that swag, yo. Like he's the first rapper to really give Tommy Hilfiger his props. You know what I'm saying? When black people were buying Tommy and Tommy Hill wasn't recognizing black people for his sales, Uber really shouted him out, and that's what really started that whole. You know, when rappers shout out a clothing line, automatically that clothing line got respect because of us. Whether it was Tommy or Nautica or Polo, whatever it was, Jabode. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give Poopa really started that. They actually had an article in the paper back in the day because of that. Because Tommy noticed that Poopa was shouting him out in his songs and he let Poopa come to his store and get whatever he want. And then Tommy recognized us as a whole, like yo, like you gotta recognize black people for making you putting you where you at. Like, yeah, the white kid's gonna wear your shit, but black people really make your shit cool. You know what I'm saying? So that that's when Tommy had to really start paying attention to us.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Didn't Tommy Hilfiger say some shit about how he don't care about black people wearing his clothes and some bullshit?
I think I want to say that was Timbaland because Timbaland said some shit like that. They didn't recognize us either. There was a big campaign back in '93, and they called it the "Give 'Em the Boot" campaign, and you had like people like LL Cool J and different artists that was protesting against Timbaland because they again they wasn't recognizing black people as a whole for putting them where they at. Like I've been wearing Tim since 1990, and they wasn't recognizing people in the ghetto for making them hot. It wasn't the white kids. White kids in the suburbs had the money, but they wasn't making it cool like how we was. You know what I'm saying? So that they had to backtrack on what they said also.
True. Better discography, Brand New Being or Tribe. Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe definitely. I think Brand Nubian got two good albums. I didn't care for Everything Is Everything.
Now wait a minute.
Huh?
Shit, I didn't care for Foundation. The
Foundation. I heard it. I didn't. It wasn't great. But I do love One for All and In God We Trust. Jodeci or Boyz II Men.
Jodeci.
I've seen both of them in concert. I love both of them. Um,
Fuck boys.
Boyz II Men, to me, I stopped liking their albums after Evolution.
Same.
Like their stuff in the 2000s, I didn't care for it. And then when Mike left the group, it was like it's not the same without Mike.
Fuck boys.
There's,
There's
there's
some
something missing. You know what I'm saying? At least with Jodeci, they don't have as many albums as Boyz II Men, but they got classics. And they took like a 20-year layoff and came back with a good album.
I won't call it a good album. I said
You didn't like the last album?
it was okay. It wasn't good. Good.
I thought it was dope. I thought it was, and it sounded like them. They didn't do nothing out of left field. You know what I mean?
Shit. To be honest, my favorite Brand Nubian album, y'all might be surprised, is At Times Running Out album.
Right. Which was the
Originally, it's supposed to have came out in '97, but it actually came out, I think, like 2008.
it was the prequel to Foundation.
Yeah, that's the original Foundation.
Right. I don't know, Dolly. That's hard because Boyz II Men got a lot of great songs I like. End the Road and On Bended Knee, Motown Philly. I love a lot of their songs. It's just that I like the stuff in the 2000s. It didn't hit me like the stuff in the 90s.
Shit. Boys to Men, DVD. Y'all ready for the T.I. Lil Wayne versus next month?
Is it official?
Yeah, it's official. December 17th.
T.I. and Weezy. I think Weezy gonna win that.
No, Weezy gonna mop the floor with that.
T.I. not fucking with Weezy. Like T.I. I love T.I.'s first 6 albums, but Weezy was on a rampage. Especially when the Carter 3 dropped and he dropped countless mixtapes and he got too much heat for T.I.
Shit, I'm ready for once Weezy drops that Let the Beat Build, that da 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 da, it's gonna be a wrap.
So T.I. would rather, I don't understand T.I. He would rather face Weezy than Jeezy and 50 when you had a better chance of beating both of them. I don't get that.
People are just weird.
He's
People are
wild.
really just weird.
He had a better chance of beating Jeezy. Like, why didn't he battle Jeezy, but you want to battle Weezy? That's crazy.
Shit.
Saigon or Cap? H-Town, yes. Underrated.
I love H-Town. But you know what, y'all? I'm actually about to end it off for the night because I didn't eat any dinner yet, and I'm about to make me some steak tonight. So yeah.
What Yo, you know what's funny? Hey, yo, Reg used to do this on the other podcast we was on. This nigga would make a 4-course meal while we doing an album review. That he making steak. What else he making with that? You making mashed potatoes and
Nah,
corn on the cob and
probably some spaghetti, but I'm not too sure yet. Shit.
bro making spaghetti at 1 a.m. Yo.
But yeah,
Man.
but I might actually make the spaghetti tomorrow. Let me be
He's high, Dolly. He's high. He was smoking while we was talking about the Mase album.
Shit.
Oh my god.
But definitely thank y'all so much for watching this episode. It's the Mase Harlem World, a must have in everyone's collection. Must definitely.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cook my shit tomorrow because
Is
it's
this
too
out
late.
of print? Is it out of print or no?
I want to say it is out of print, but it's not hard to find.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually gonna cook tomorrow. Fuck that. It's too late.
Yeah.
But other than that, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope y'all have a good night. Peace.
Peace, yo.